Welcome back to Gearsaw Studios, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a pyramid, because last time I tried building one, as you can see behind me, I did not put smooth sandstone stairs, and my skills have been improving a lot lately, so might as well try again and make a much better looking pyramid. So remember, please like and subscribe, and onto the tutorial. So, in order to build this, we're going to be needing a lot of smooth sandstone. And a little bit of normal sandstone and its variants will also be needed. Varying colors of terracotta, just the bright ones really, like lime, light blue, red, and some gold related blocks. So raw gold is a very good block to use for this. Then find a relatively large area. I had to flatten this one out, and you could build it on uneven terrain due to how a pyramid's built. As you can see, that one shifts levels, so you can definitely do that, but I'm using flat terrain here. Once you're ready to build, we want to have a foundation of 50 by 50. I'm going to be using commands to make this quicker, but in order to do that, we're going to need to go to roughly one of the corners. Make sure that you're aligned if you're using /fill for this. So if you are in Java, press F3, make sure the red is facing forwards, and then do /fill, squiggly, 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 and then you want to put 47. So the reason why we're doing 47 is because this is inclusive, which means this would actually make 48, and of course we're going to have the stairs. So our base plate's actually 48, and then when we add stairs it becomes 50. Once we have that, make it sandstone, and, well, I do not have the second number be 47. That's actually a big mistake, and if that does work, well, you have a mess. But otherwise, we have a base plate. And what we want to do is just layer it with stairs. So, get your smooth sandstone stairs, and start layering it. And the exterior goes by very quick from here. Albeit, from a tutorial standpoint, in-game actually takes ages. You start with the first layer, and then you go one block up with your stairs. Just make another ring. So essentially, reach the middle using your blocks of sandstone, and then layer it with stairs. So, of course, you're going to be missing an entire desert after this, but it's going to look very nice once the actual pyramid shape is done. We have a basic pyramid, no interior, pretty boring, but we need to give it an interior. So, in order to give it one, figure out the middle of the build. Yours should be an even amount. Then just choose an arbitrary spot that's not too high, not too low. Make it 3 by 4, kind of like this. And you can then start converting it into some sort of pathway inward. And once you do that, make a tunnel into it that leads to some sort of room. We have a nice simplistic entrance to this place, and what we want to do is dig a trench in here. Also, we want to decorate the walls. So, a little bit off topic, but you want to have alternating cut sandstone and chiseled sandstone going all the way around the room, with normal sandstone on top of that. That's your choice though, mainly because I'm using connected textures, so you might actually just want to go with the smooth version, which I think I might actually do. So, do that, and 2 blocks from either entrance, you should dig approximately 2 or 3 blocks down, so that way we have a nice good place to store the tomb. I have lit this place up and added some stairs on the ceiling that roughly coincide with the outside curve of the pyramid, so it's just a little bit more detailed on the ceiling. And what we want to do with our trench here is we want to line the sides with the same design we have up there. So I'm not going to show the entirety of this because you guys have already done the walls. So what we want to do now is on both sides, we need to add 3 blocks, Then add stairs on top of them so that we have just a way to get in and out. And perhaps even just a little bit of side work with the smooth sandstone. And on the very sides, we want to have a way to get lower into the pyramid. So just another staircase. With our trench in place, we now need to know how to make a grave/tomb. And in order to make a tomb, I'm going to be showing a little design I made. So you have 2 blocks here, and on the other side you place 2 stairs. Then, quite simple from there, you just have a 2x3 loop around staircase on top. And now you have a small tomb. So you can add them around, but more importantly, you need to make another room down here. So it should be roughly the same as the top room, but you need to designate this area right here. Might be a little bit dark. This area should be reserved for the big tomb, for like a pharaoh or something. So decorate this room and add a couple of small tombs around and reserve this area for the big one. I decorated this place down here. I also thought about putting some lanterns on the ceiling, decided against it, but we'll have some patterns on the ceiling later. So, what we want to do is make a very big crypt. So, in order to do that, we need to start off wider. So, I'm going to have to remove these lanterns for now, move them onto the floor. And in order to make a larger crypt, well, we kind of just make larger dimensions. So, of course, this is egregiously sized for any normal human, and it's also off-center, so, that's not good. And what we want to do is just make a very large crypt. So, if I can even place these right, you want to just have roughly the same design, just big. And once you do that, then you want to try to add some terracotta accents to it. And mainly you want to do that on the top, but it's definitely possible to do it on the sides. Such as right here, replace those, then place some terracotta here, maybe some blocks on top, stairs there, and put the wood on. Replicate this on both sides, and now I have a very big crypt. With our giant crypt, that's definitely not seriously oversized, we now need to have some treasure around. So, blocks of raw gold will work, especially in piles, albeit I'm not the best at making piles. Still, attempt to. You can also replace pieces of the ground to look like spilt gold from the pile. And yeah, you just include some raw gold, some emeralds, possibly some diamonds if you're rich enough, some refined gold instead of raw gold, just things like that, or other things of value. With riches galore, now we need to add some terracotta to just make this place look a little bit better. So, in order to do this, what we need to do is just add terracotta. Try making some sort of hieroglyphs, or if you can't do that, then just make random designs. So, I'm going to just do the random designs route, mainly because we have an even amount of blocks, and honestly, we have such little space to add hieroglyphs, so yeah. But adding random designs will actually help a lot, surprisingly. Especially some sort of sun on the ceiling. That would work very well. Our colorations are now complete, and this place is looking a lot brighter. Mainly because I added more lanterns, but you can see all the vibrancy really just makes this place pop. And I also added sideways inks on the back wall. Not entirely sure if that ruins the definition of what an ink is, a symbol of life, but still, I tried. And just a lot more stuff going on, and it really just makes this place look a lot cooler. Of course, I'd recommend removing some of the lanterns, but I'm keeping them mainly because I've gotten quite a few complaints that nobody can see when I don't place enough lanterns around. So, we have a pretty good pyramid in here, but there's one last thing. Some pyramids, a long time ago, actually used to have these white tips on top. So, I'd recommend giving it a shot where you replace the top 5 to 7 layers with smooth quartz or a similar block. So that way you can see what it looks like with the ancient white tips on top. I placed the smooth quartz capstone on top, and I think it does add to the build. It's completely up to you, so, if you don't like it, you don't have to add it. But one thing, just a little bit of fact correction, they used to have gold tops, not white tops. And the pyramids actually used to be white, but over time, the pyramids kind of just eroded away, which left the sandstone behind. However, still, even if this isn't historically accurate, it still looks good. And with that, I'd call this build done. Even if you kind of want more tombs, here's the thing about a pyramid. If you built it in a desert, it's indefinitely expandable. You can just keep going lower and lower because, thanks to 1.18, which I assume 99% of you are on, look at how much below space you have. So, if you want more tomb, then you can dig out more. And with that, it's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. So, have a nice day. Gearsaw out.